Sorry, I'm just getting pretty psyched up for Poltergeist. Couldn't help myself. So Pitch Perfect 2 comes out this weekend. I saw it tonight. Let's talk about it. So the movie starts off with the Bellas performing at Lincoln Center for President Obama, and all of a sudden something completely and utterly humiliating happens. Kind of gross, kind of funny. And as a result, the Bellas are banned from all U.S. competitions. So the Bellas strike a deal that if they're able to win the World Championship, then they would be reinstated in the U.S. The catch is that no U.S. team has ever won the World Championship because apparently they all hate us. Shocker. So these Aka outcasts go out on a quest to recapture their voice in order to redeem themselves at the World Championship. They interact with a ton of, well, look at this, and they meet a ton of whack jobs along the way. So you're probably wondering, did I even see Pitch Perfect 1? Yes, I did, and in fact, I liked it. I gave it on my grading scale, which you can now see in the description below. I'm going to be including it in every video. But I gave it a 3, which means that I'm happy I saw it in theaters, and I would definitely see it again for free when it comes out on cable. And I'm happy to report to those that like Pitch Perfect, because I think you're going to like Pitch Perfect 2, because I did. You know, regardless of whether the plot and everything is your cup of tea or not, if you like jokes, if you like to laugh, you're going to find something about this that you like, because that's the biggest thing that this movie's got going for it, in my opinion, is it's funny. I was laughing throughout the whole movie. And a lot of the scenes are really set up to be very comedic, because they kind of play out more like sketch comedy, like Saturday Night Live bits. It's like what happens in those scenes are hysterical, but they're, you know, they have no relevance to the plot, no impact on the characters or anything. It's just put in there to be funny and make you laugh. It reminds me of the wedding band in Old School that just starts swearing during the songs. There's no point to put that in there other than purely just to make you laugh. There's a lot of scenes like that. Speaking of which, many of these scenes include cameos, which I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to reveal who the cameos are, but they're funny. They're some of the funniest scenes. Again, no significance to why these cameos are even in the movie in the first place. They're there just to make you laugh. It was as if the filmmakers were like, wait, so if we do this scene and we add so-and-so into it, it's going to make it funnier? They're going to laugh more? Well, screw it. Just do it. Wait, does it mean anything to the plot? Doesn't matter. Make them laugh. If it's going to make them laugh more, put it in. And it did make me laugh more, so can't argue with that. On top of the cameos, we got to talk about Bumper and Fat Amy, man. God, dude, they are so freaking funny. And I'm telling you, Rebel Wilson and Adam DeVine, they are going places. They're so talented. Apparently, Rebel Wilson actually just improvised the majority of her lines in Pitch Perfect. And honestly, from what I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if she improvised most of her lines in this one. And their relationship, if you like them in the first one, you know, it goes further. The story continues. And I can't leave out the announcers. I mean, Elizabeth Banks, John Michael Higgins, I mean, they're hysterical. Sometimes their jokes don't land, sometimes it's a little forced, but more often than not, it hits. And when it does hit, generally it hits really hard and it's really funny. Honestly, they really need to do what they're doing with Lego Movie, where they're doing a spin-off with Lego Batman. They need to do that for Fat Amy and Bumper, as well as the announcers. Create spin-offs, and if you're a studio and you're watching, this is my idea. I want to see a piece of that, okay? And as is a common theme with me, I'm noticing, is that I really appreciate when movies just embrace what they are. All the things that you liked about Pitch Perfect, it's here. It feels like a Pitch Perfect sequel. Whatever you liked about the first one, you're gonna get that in the second one. So going into the negatives, kind of going back to what I said before about how some of the scenes feel like sketch comedy bits, you know, it makes the film feel a little disjointed at times and kind of takes you out of the movie a little bit, because again, it feels just like they're kind of forcing this scene in there and just kind of wedging it in there for the sake of comedy, which I appreciate because it makes me laugh, but at the same time, again, it kind of takes me out of the movie a little bit. And with that, the movie kind of feels just like it goes kind of all over the place. You know, sometimes it's like hysterical and just ridiculous, and then sometimes it goes to, you know, like a scene out of Glee, and then it goes to a scene out of an ABC Family show, and then it goes to something out of, you know, Best in Show, and then it goes back to, you know, and it just kind of mishmashes around, and you know, it ends up kind of feeling like a Frankenstein's monster kind of movie at times. Also, this movie is pretty darn long. It's just shy of 2 hours, and even my wife, who really, really liked the movie, at a point in time kind of turned to me and was just like, how long is this, by the way? Lastly, the ending. I really would have liked them to just make the most of it by really ending with a comedic bang. Kind of like what we see with 22 Jump Street and maybe like Super Troopers, where the ending and even in the credits are just some of the funniest parts of the movies. And that's what they could have done here, and it just kind of feels like a missed opportunity. So to sum it up, in my opinion, if you like Pitch Perfect, you're gonna like Pitch Perfect 2. If you didn't like Pitch Perfect, don't go see the second one. And if you haven't seen Pitch Perfect, I think it's worth the risk just diving into Pitch Perfect 2, even if you haven't seen the first one. So all things considered, I'm really happy that I saw this in theaters, and I will definitely check it out again for free whenever it comes out on cable. So where do you guys stand on Pitch Perfect 2? Are you excited about it, not excited about it? Do you think that it might take some of the box office revenue away from Mad Max Fury Road? I actually think that it might. That'll be interesting to see. But let's talk about it. Use that comment section below. Let's chit chat. I want to hear what you guys' thoughts are. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. And if you like this, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, whatever you like. And let's do this again soon, all right? I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey, man, get off my case.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.